The first 2 weeks, it's just liquids, which wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. The hardest part was the protein shakes. Week 1 was fine, but once you've had a week's worth of protein shakes, it feels like you're force feeding them. And then it was like this mental association that even smelling it made me sick. Week 2, I had a breakdown, and I thought this was the wrong decision. I just spent a ton of my family's money on something that I completely regret. And that wasn't even before the vitamins. After 2 weeks, you start taking your vitamins an hour apart. I had to take 7 vitamins. That's my whole day. And I thought, I don't want to be controlled like this. It's too much. It's too hard. And for me, it was really hard to get walking again. I was in a lot of pain. I slept on a recliner for 3 weeks so that it could help me get up and down. One thing that was hard is in the beginning, I had issues with water. I kind of used that a little bit as an excuse to not take the vitamins as well, along with just not reminding myself to take them and not making a conscious effort to take the vitamin. Set a timer. There's something you can do. There's always something you can do. I just didn't want to have to deal with it. And the same goes with the protein shakes. I just didn't want to try. I didn't want to force myself to do it. I called my doctor, and what you're supposed to do is take chewable vitamins, but not necessarily gummies, and I hated the taste of the ones I had, so I begged him, can I please take gummy vitamins? And he approved it. And then I found a vitamin case that is ginormous, but it holds a week's worth. And I thought, if I can keep this with me and remember at the end of every week to fill it, it should be easy. That's when I went online to look for support, because I wasn't going to the groups as much as I was in the beginning. And I went on Instagram and I did the little hashtags of, weight loss surgery and things like that, and thousands of people came up. And I was getting suggestions of an app that would remind you when to take your vitamins. So I started taking my vitamins regularly, and I felt the difference instantly. Within 3 weeks, I could tell I wasn't moody anymore. And then I started dedicating 1 shake a day. And then I actually started enjoying the taste of the shakes, which I was told throughout the process of the surgery, your taste does change. And sure enough, after that hiatus, I was able to tolerate the shakes. In October of 2014, my boyfriend and I moved out. And that was a whole new game, because now I had my own kitchen and I can have whatever I want in it and what I don't want in it. So I started cooking, which was remarkable because I don't cook at all. I don't enjoy it. It's very stressful to me. And I started enjoying it because I was making things that I liked to eat and they were good for me. Rapid weight loss really affects you in numerous ways, and I didn't really take that into account. I went through meltdowns. I don't even think until a year out I really noticed the weight loss. I could tell my clothes were obviously bigger, and I did take before pictures, but even looking in the mirror, I could not see a significant weight loss. And everyone always goes, you're skinny. I wish, because I woke up every morning thinking, this is not what I want to see. Right after surgery, for about 6 months straight, I had my menstrual cycle. It affected everything. I didn't want to work out feeling icky like that. And it came with bloating, with feeling emotional, with everything that a menstrual cycle does. I have a new doctor, and she said, well, a lot of your hormones and everything that has to do with that is stored in your fat. Rapid weight loss is going to throw that off, and unfortunately, you just dealt with it on a very extreme level. And she said, you might still get some irregular menstrual cycles and things like that, but once you're at your goal weight and you maintain it, you'll be fine. And it's regular now, and everything's normal now. I'm assuming that I will be at 120 after the skin removal, because I do have a lot of skin. The first thing my surgeon told me was, you're young, you'll snap back. And I was thinking, maybe a little bit, but that's not going to happen. And luckily, my back looks okay, but you can see it definitely in my stomach, in my thighs, for sure in my arms. If I hold that would be my arm. And that's what I have now. And it definitely messes with confidence. And then on top of that, having the extra skin on your stomach, when I'm looking down, I'm not seeing weight loss. I'm seeing what's left, which some of that I'm not going to be able to lose. So I'm going to have to learn to accept that what I'm looking at is just my past and part of my journey. I weight train and all that good stuff that's supposed to focus on tightening the skin and things like that. And I don't expect a miracle, but I wish I could wake up and look in the mirror and say, wow, I really am looking the way I want to look. And it's hard when I see everything that's hanging.